Hello everyone, I'm Kunal Sodhani from Global Trading Center, Shinhan Bank, India, and we are here with another episode of Understanding Domestic Factors and what's happening around the globe with respect to several currency pairs. So, talking about the flows first, we are seeing very positive flows when it comes to equities. For the month of July, we have seen a flow of around 25,000 crores, and if we talk about debt, we have seen close to the tune of 15 to 16,000 crores already. So, I think flows have been quite positive. But what happening with dollar rupee, irrespective of the flows being positive, dollar index being lower, Brent crude prices hovering around $85 per barrel, 10-year US Treasury yields at around 4.2%, even 10-year GSEC at below 7%. But still, rupee is weakening. That's something strange to watch. First, if we talk about a dollar index did make a low of around 103.65 and then again bounced back above 104 levels. So in terms of the levels, if we talk 103.20 acts as a very, very strong support for dollar index, while on the right side, a break of 104.80 may open doors for 105.25. While if we talk about Brent crude prices, they did go to a low of 82 to $83 per barrel, but then again bounced back. So I think the consolidation between 82 to $86 per barrel may continue for some more time. On the contrary, if we talk about the discussion with respect to inflationary pressure and how Fed have been reacting to the data points, somewhere the consensus remains that we see a September rate cut by the Fed. There are talks about 2 or 3 rate cuts overall for 2024. But at this point in time, what we anticipate is maximum of 1 or 2 rate cuts for this year by the Fed. Though if we talk about IMF is of the opinion to take it to the fag end of the year. That's what their suggestion was towards the Fed rate cut. On the other side, if we talk about ECB did not cut rate yesterday. They had the policy and the policy rates continue to remain at 3.75%. But the tone and the questions which were asked to Lagarde seems to be suggestive that there can be further cuts coming in the September by ECB as well. We have seen ECB, being very hawkish and dovish at times, but at this juncture, we believe that September would be another month where we see a cut from their side, though they are also data dependent, particularly on the inflation trajectory, but it seems to be, slowing down a bit. If we talk about Bank of England, we see the rates of GBP dollar moving above 1.30 and then moved lower towards 1.29. Overall band for GBP we expect is 1.2820 to 1.3060 levels. This is the band play which we expect. While for euro dollar, we expect 1.0860 to act as a very immediate important support zone to watch out. A break can obviously lead it to 1.0820, while 1.0980 remains a very strong resistance at this point. If we talk about the dollar JPY pair, it did test 162 plus levels, but then obviously some kind of intervention data points from the US and a coalition of both intervention plus data points pulled the JPY leg lower. So basically, dollar JPY pair tested 155 levels also, but then bounced. So I think the overall trajectory for JPY remains 156.20 to 159.80 odd levels for dollar JPY. But moving to dollar rupee again, as we were discussing that what's happening with dollar rupee, because every major factor is in favor for rupee, considering the flows as well. But if we talk about the Chinese yuan, they have been still weakening. And I think 7.28, 7.29 levels, which they're trading at, since they are the lowest since November 2023. I also remember that the last high levels were seen in June 2023 to the tune of 7.36. And somewhere that's the fear in the mind of the traders as well. So one reason is obviously Chinese yuan. Second, also if we talk about the USD INR forward premiums, so the 1 year forward premiums have gone from 1.59% a month ago to in the month of July at 1.77%. So the forwards is also telling me a story that there have been buying instances seen on a longer tenor hedges as well, which is also keeping rupee under pressure to some extent. So that's the second thing important to watch out. And third, obviously, any kind of escalations, on the presidential front, US presidential election fronts also create some risk on risk of rallies, when it comes to the developing currency pairs. Even Asian currencies have been weakening. So it's not only rupee that has been weakening, but even if we talk about Indonesian rupiah, they have been weakening also and many others to follow. So for dollar rupee, what are we expecting? We saw some kind of range shift from 83.30 to 83.50. That was a band. Now we are seeing some range shift from 83.40 to 83.70, the broader band. But overall, the NDF highs were 83.72, and if we see a break of those levels, certain stop loss can be triggered, and we can see levels of 83.85 also. But on the contrary, 83.40, 45 band acts as a very important support. So well, that's all from my side, friends. Hope you guys have a great year and as well as a great session or training session ahead. Thank you so much.